I want to be perfectly clear as you watch this video that it is satire, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Hi, it's John and welcome to the channel. It is 6:16 a.m. Wednesday, September the 16th. Hope you're having a great day today. I do have my big blue mug of coffee. I appreciate you being here today. And if you are a subscriber and you're watching this right now, you are part of a world exclusive right here on this channel. As you know, Premier Danielle Smith of Alberta and the Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, meeting to discuss the future of Alberta when it comes to major projects, and that would be pipelines. You may recall that the Premier gave the Government of Canada, regardless of the party that won on April 28th, 6 months to get rid of regulation that were standing in the way of Alberta's prosperity. And within the next week, that 6 months will be up. Well, we have it on good authority that Mark Carney, through his major projects office in Calgary, has just approved the Northern Gateway pipeline. As you remember, Northern Gateway was blocked after years of opposition from Indigenous nations, environmental groups, and some provinces. In 2016, the federal government officially rejected it, citing risks to the environment and Indigenous rights, particularly threats to BC's coast and lack of consent from affected First Nations. So great news today. One moment. We're just getting news that Premier David Eby, the left-wing premier of British Columbia, is now saying there will be no Northern Gateway pipeline. When asked his reason why, he had a two-word answer. No consensus is what he said. And we also hear that this group here has said that they do not want a pipeline going through British Columbia. So there will be no Northern Gateway pipeline. But we do have it on good authority that Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of the country, through his major projects office in Calgary, has just approved the Energy East pipeline. As you recall, Energy East was canceled in 2017 after strong opposition from environmental groups, Indigenous communities, and several provinces over climate, safety, and water concerns. So good news that One moment. We have news coming in that the Premier of Manitoba, Wab Kinew, is saying there will be no pipeline going through his province. When asked why, he had a two-word answer, and it was no consensus. We're also getting word that François Legault, the Premier of Quebec, has said the same thing. Obviously, he's saying it in French. This group of people said they don't want the pipeline going through either. We've had no word from Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario. He was unable for comment. He had other commitments. Prime Minister Mark Carney, an anti-oil net zero proponent, has provided himself an easy out by allowing vetoes for provinces and Aboriginal groups of any major Alberta projects. As he has stated many times,
we will not impose a project on a province. We need consensus behind these projects, and we need the participation of Indigenous peoples. We will only do that in the case where we have the support of First Nations. We have the support of all the provinces coming together with consensus.
No word from Premier Danielle Smith on these latest developments, but we've just had a response from some Alberta independence groups who say they are preparing for an all-out push to have their province leave a country that wants their riches but denies them prosperity. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you in the next one. And I know this was satire, but it could come true.